Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
So, guess who's back? It's me, your favorite Marius and the world. So, yeah, haven't seen you in a while. You haven't seen me in a while probably. I think it was longer than a year ago. But yeah, I just was thinking, hey, maybe I just could, those people who have been so loyal to this, yeah, I guess what you can call vlogging channel, a heads up what I've been up to, especially those people who are not from Austria, not from Germany, not my friends at home, who have got to know in Great Britain, but also in the Ukraine. You guys are awesome. What's happening with your favorite vlogging boy? Yeah, just to give you heads up what I've been doing this year after my year of training. Just were going into some hustling, working, earning some money before I got into my civil serving with the Red Cross here. Or yeah, actually wearing those trousers at the moment. Been with the Red Cross for a little bit over half a year now. Actually at work right now. That's why I'm still wearing those. Because I'm working quite far away from home with the train. It takes you at least 1.5 hours to actually get to my working place from home. And sometimes when I start at 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning, there's actually no train going that it would get me there on time. So I'm sleeping then at work. Yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. But yeah, not working currently. I have off already, but yeah, because I'm starting tomorrow at 7, I have to sleep here. And yeah, that's that. So yeah, I've been in this valley where I'm still called the Zillertal. Actually really beautiful valley. Very busy in the winter, so around December, January, February it was mental. It was just crazy how many, especially skiing people, we just had to pick up, get to the doctor, the hospital, especially foreigners. But yeah, that was quite a tight time, quite stressful. But you get to see a lot. You get to experience a lot, which is quite good. In contrast to the military, where you learn to put your rifle together and you polish your rifle and yeah, dig some holes and not really doing anything meaningful. So that's actually quite nice. That there is the possibility to do something like that, something social, helping people out there. I mean, we are needed every day, and not just once, but more often, quite frequently actually. And yeah, being an ambulance is tough. It's not the easiest, to be honest. I mean, you see stuff. I mean, sometimes you go months without actually seeing anything. Yeah, horrifying is a bit of a hard word, but without really having a challenge or something where it really matters. Most of the time you just drive around sick people, or someone who like maybe has hurt his knee or sprained his ankle or something. But sometimes it can just happen in 1 or 2 days that you have multiple cases where it's really an actual emergency, where people are really in pain, and you see stuff that just burns in your mind. So yeah, it's always challenges. You never know what's coming up. Sometimes you have very quiet days. There has been days where like, I work in shifts like normally 12 hours where you haven't been out once, and then there's sometimes you just drive those 12 hours, you are driving constantly, not having any pause. But yeah, it's been okay, so it's not like something I completely enjoy, just because there's some, the days always depend on the driver you're joining, because there are people who are nice, there are people who are not so nice. Sometimes someone can have a bad day and they let it out on you, but I mean, it's just how work is basically. I mean, I think it's probably in every job that there are nice people, there are not that nice people, people you can really get along with, and some people that just don't like you, you just don't like them. That's like in every job, but it's been okay. Also with like the long drive I have with like around 1.5 hours, it's okay. I mean, in the days of Netflix and Amazon Prime Video and stuff like that, I can entertain myself quite good with TV shows and stuff, so that's quite nice. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing this year. I will be done in August, so obviously just gonna be a new era after that. And yeah, I will be moving to Munich actually, so in September already, then probably the middle of September, to go there for studying and stuff. Yeah, Munich isn't actually that far from my home. By car it's around 1.5 hours. If you go by bus, you just add another hour, and that's really nice that it's like really close to home. It's not that expensive actually getting the bus. It's only 8 euros in one direction. Yeah, that's just great. I mean, I know the city as well in a fairly decent amount. Have been there for several times, have really good and close friends who I would call some of my best friends, or just people I'm just on the same wave with. I think you can say it in English as well. You're just on the same wavelength. Just yeah, I have the same humor, the same worths, or you say the same values. That's the you have the same values, and yeah, this just you're so similar somehow, and you know them for a few years, and you think like, wow, I must be knowing them for my entire life, when it's just been yeah, like I mentioned, a few years or not even that long. And that's great. And yeah, some of my friends I have in Munich are just such people where I'm like, they're so similar, and you have just a blast every time. It's always good time. You can switch from deep talk to just messing around with each other so quickly, and that's just a great thing. So I'm really looking forward to actually moving there. Not sure yet if I get the place in a student building. Like it's a building where a lot of Christian students, so it's from a Christian union of young people, CVJM it's called, and they have like a house where they have rooms for students, for young students, and I will try to get in there, and I also know already some peeps there, which will be great. But otherwise I would also have a backup plan for with a family who have offered me a place already to stay till I found something, and that's really great. So that's definitely happening. And you will probably wonder, what is this handsome fella going to study? So yeah, my plans are to go into acting. Yeah, just always enjoyed acting, to be honest. Always, I mean, as well in movies and TV shows, like to actually appreciate the work they're doing with characters, but also enjoying acting as itself. I don't have that much experience, to be honest, so I've never been with a theater group or the theater, but I just remember in school, I've always had actually the main role. I was always signing up for main role if you had play planned with like I don't know, in the class for German or art or something. It was always me like, okay, applying for that and always got it, so somehow I must have talent, right? And also with like at camps and youth group, and last year, my year of training, the discipleship course I did, I was just always enjoying acting, was always part of it, always involved when there was something with like all my heart, all my passion, because it's just, yeah, it's just what I love. I mean, I am a really creative guy. I've done a school for graphic design as well in a musical way. Like I play the bass, the piano. I'm actually learning the guitar at the moment for myself. I love singing, did a bit of producing, so I've always been a creative mind who has also like written stories, written characters, developed characters. So I just love to somehow like jump into a character and be different and doing like an interesting story, because I mean I'm myself for pretty much all the time, and sometimes it can get boring. Hey, I mean I'm a fun guy, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of fun just being myself, of course, but sometimes just fun, just acting, just doing something else that you wouldn't normally do, or react in different kind of ways. And it's also like always was interested in different characters, different depths, like in this psychological way as well, like why do people do different things. Yeah, so that's what my plan is, but I'm not actually starting it this year, just because I haven't got that much experience. I'm not that experienced yet. And for acting school, kind of an exam to get in, and you have to prepare stuff for yourself, and as I'm not that experienced, and actually haven't done it like in any semi-professional way, but only with like church and school and stuff, I wanted to just give it time a bit, try to just get into it more, and therefore I've actually kind of applied it. I just still have a conversation with the academy, where the study is for synchronization. So synchronization is actually quite a big thing big thing is the wrong word. It's really professional in Germany, in the German-speaking world, in the German countries. Oh man, I don't have any battery left. I think I can do this. I was always interested in synchronization, how it's done in German, because in other countries they just read it plain, and I mean it doesn't match with the lips what they're saying, and there's not that much heart in it, not that much emotion, not that much passion. But in German it's probably one of the leading countries in synchronization, especially if it's from English to German. Probably the best, I would say. I mean, Japan is just a whole different story with their animes, and how being a voice actor is actually there. And with us it's actually as well, it's voice acting. It's not just synchronization, it's voice acting, it's actually acting. And I was thinking that would be like probably a really good preparation to actually go into acting, because firstly you learn to speak properly, which also helps you with acting, and you just really learn to get into those characters, to just act. And I mean, if it's voice acting or general acting, the heart is the same, and that's the reason kind of why I chose to go into synchronization. But not only that, I was always interested genuinely in synchronization as well. So yeah, that's the plan. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if it will work out and I could actually start with that course in October, but I really hope so. I mean, I have conversation, a talk about that, but I think it shouldn't be a problem actually. And so yeah, those are those things. I'm just really thankful that you are still watching this after like a year of break. And there's actually one other thing. and that this will probably be the last video in English. Why that? Because I just feel way more comfortable just talking and doing that stuff in German. I mean, it's my mother tongue, and you always feel more comfortably, almost more yourself in your mother tongue, obviously, because you grew up with that language. And I mean, I'm not too bad at English. I mean, I'm quite fluent. There's just sometimes some words that you can't think of, but especially like with me being someone who loves to fool around, who loves to make puns and stuff, it's much harder in English, and so often I kind of felt uncomfortable. You know, you think of something funny and you can't translate it or can't adapt it into the English one, and you just like, you feel like, that's missing something. Always this feeling, okay, I actually would much rather prefer to do this actually in German, which I wasn't thinking about in the beginning where I started this. But as I was in England, of course, with a lot of English speakers, I just felt like, okay, I keep. Hello. So my battery just died on my camera, so I'm on my phone currently, and yeah. So where I yeah. So I have somehow just decided for the future, if I decide to continue doing YouTube, it will be in German, just because I can be true to myself, I can have the fun I want to have, because I just felt like I didn't enjoy it as much in English as I thought I think I will do in German, and I somehow lost just the motivation as well doing it in English, as you can probably guess from not uploading in more than a year. But yeah, so I really appreciate you guys watching through this journey of the 2 years ago to 1 year ago, and that you have been part of it, that you've been appreciating my content, and I just it means a lot that people are interested in your life, and even if you're not actually talking in your mother tongue and making mistakes. But yeah, so I thank you guys very much. I mean, maybe there will be coming up an English video here and then if I have an idea, or actually thought of maybe actually getting into some music here and then, but we will see. You will see. I will let you know if you like still, if you're like friends with me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram and stuff. I always usually go on there, post if there's something new, there's something to come up, and yeah. So really a huge thanks, big heart. Also can't do it with my other hand, but you can just think you draw the other heart on there. Just use your hand of the half, your hand as the other half. That's it, of the heart. And just big love to all you guys out there in Great Britain, in the parts of England, Scotland, Wales. I don't know where you are at the moment, if you're in America or watching this from the Ukraine. Love you guys. Be blessed. Hey, my bro Jesus loves you. I love you too. And just have a wonderful time. See you. Bye.